Welcome back. A low intensity blast was reported near a PVR outside a sweet shop in Delhi's Prashant Vihar on Thursday, which is today. The Delhi Fire Department received a call at 11:48 a.m. and fire tenders have reached the site. A driver of a three-wheeler, which was parked nearby, sustained minor injuries. The entire area has been cordoned off. In a statement, the police said that the PCR unit received a call informing about a bomb-like explosion in Prashant Vihar area. A bomb detection team, dog squad, local police force along with the Delhi Fire Services are present at the spot. The incident took place near the boundary wall of a park, adding that police were investigating a white powder that was found scattered in the area. And after the explosion, teams from the National Investigation Agency, National Security Guard and the Central Reserve Police Force and Delhi Police cordoned off the area, and forensic experts had collected samples from the site as well. Well, NewsX has accessed the exclusive CCTV footage of the Prashant Vihar blast where a loud explosion can be heard. Let's have a look at that. Javed, my colleague, joins us at this point in time. Javed, ये एक्सप्लोजन लगभग 12 बजे के आसपास हुआ था आज सुबह। 6-7 घंटे बीत चुके हैं इस वारदात को। अभी तक क्या जानकारी मिल चुकी है और जिस तरीके से एजेंसीज अभी भी मौके वारदात पर मौजूद हैं, क्या पता लगा सकी है वो इतने समय में?
देखिए, मेरे पीछे आप देख सकते हैं कि जो यहाँ पर जो तमाम जो गाड़ियां खड़ी हैं एनएसजी की और जो दूसरी एजेंसीज की जो सेंट्रल एजेंसीज हैं, दिल्ली पुलिस है, इसके अलावा दिल्ली पुलिस की जो स्पेशल यूनिट्स है, वो इस वक्त यहाँ पे मौजूद हैं। और जो पैटर्न है वो पिछले 1 महीने पहले जो 20 अक्टूबर को और दिल्ली के इसी प्रशांत विहार थाना इलाके के ही जिस सीआरपीएफ स्कूल के दीवार के पास जो ब्लास्ट हुआ था, यहाँ पर भी सेम पैटर्न है। क्योंकि मेरे पीछे जो आप देख रहे होंगे, जहाँ पे ये लाइट जो सेकंड जो लाइट का खंभा है, वहां पर एक स्वीट शॉप है जो आमतौर पर बहुत भीड़ होती है। लेकिन उसके ठीक सामने मेरे पीछे इस डायरेक्शन पे जहां पे आप देख रहे हैं, इस डायरेक्शन पर जहां पे गाड़ी है, इसके ठीक पीछे वो दीवार है पहाड़ की जहां पर ये ब्लास्ट हुआ है। जो पिछली बार यानी कि 1 महीने पहले जो ब्लास्ट हुआ था, उसकी जो डेंसिटी थी उसके मुकाबले इस ब्लास्ट की जो डेंसिटी है वो काफी कम है। यानी कि उसके कंपेयर की जो इसकी ग्रेविटी, जो इसकी डेंसिटी है इसके ब्लास्ट की, वो कम है। लेकिन जो आवाज हुआ है वो आवाज काफी दूर तक गया है, तकरीबन 500 मीटर तक जो पूरी जो रेंज है वहां तक ये आवाज पहुंची है। और धुआं पिछली बार जिस तरीके से ब्लास्ट हुआ था उसी तरह से इस बार भी जो धुआं है काफी दूर तक लोगों को दिखाई दिया। तकरीबन 5 से 6 मिनट तक ये जो धुआं है वो आसमान में लोगों को दिखाई दिया है। इसमें सबसे बड़ी बात ये है कि देखिए, जो ब्लास्ट हुआ है उसके पीछे मकसद है कोई मैसेज देना या फिर इसके पीछे किसी की कोई बड़ी बताई जा रही है। क्योंकि देखिए, ये आमतौर पर बहुत भीड़ भाड़ वाला इलाका है, पब्लिक यहाँ पे रेसिडेंशियल है। मेरे ठीक पीछे ये आप मॉल देख रही है, मॉल के ये दीवार, ये मॉल है पूरा पीवीआर मॉल। यहाँ पर भी काफी भीड़ होती है और ये पूरा मार्केट एरिया यहाँ पर आमतौर पर पूरी तरीके से रेसिडेंशियल है। इसके अलावा कई शॉप्स बने हुए, इसके पीछे पार्क है। और जिस तरीके से सर्दी का वक्त है और पार्क में लोग यहाँ पे रेसिडेंशियल जो इलाके के लोग हैं, जो बच्चे हैं या बड़े बुजुर्ग हैं, वो यहाँ पर बैठते हैं। तो अगर किसी को किसी तरीके की कोई तकलीफ या कोई एक ऐसा टारगेट होता इसके पीछे, तो इसको दूसरी तरफ शिफ्ट किया जा सकता था। लेकिन जो ब्लास्ट हुआ है वो इसी मेरे पीछे जो ये जो गाड़ियां देख रहे हैं, ये एनएसजी और एजेंसीज की गाड़ी, इसी के ठीक पीछे वो जगह है जहां से सैंपल को कलेक्ट किया गया है। और उसी पार्क के दीवार के बिल्कुल फुट के पार्क के पास ही ठीक इस तरीके का जो जगह है, जैसे ये देख रहे हैं आप, इस तरह के जगह पे, जैसे ये फुटपाथ बना हुआ, इसी तरह की जगह पे दीवार के पास वो ब्लास्ट हुआ है। तो अब इस पूरे मामले में जो सेंट्रल एजेंसीज जो एनआईए है, उनकी जो फॉरेंसिक टीम है, उन्होंने यहाँ से सैंपल को कलेक्ट किया है। इसके बाद दिल्ली पुलिस के स्पेशल सेल जो कि टेरर यूनिट पे काम करती है, वो यूनिट यहाँ पर मौजूद थी। इन्वेस्टिगेशन अभी भी हो रही है। इसके अलावा एनएसजी की जो फॉरेंसिक एक्सपर्ट की जो टीम होती है, आमतौर पर जो टेरर मॉड्यूल पर काम करती है, उनकी पूरी टीम यहाँ पे एक्सपर्ट की टीम है, उन्होंने यहाँ से कई सैंपल को कलेक्ट किया है। डॉग स्क्वाड की मदद ली गई। इसके अलावा दिल्ली पुलिस की लोकल पुलिस है और तमाम सीसीटीवी फुटेज को भी एग्जामिन किया जा रहा है, लेकिन जिस तरीके से कुछ सेकंड का जो फुटेज है जिसमें एक कार के पास का जो आवाज सुनाई देता है धमाके की, उसके बाद गाड़ी का जो अलार्म है वो बजने लगता है, तो इतनी डेंसिटी आप अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं कि जो आवाज है काफी जोरदार है। कुछ लोग जो हमने जिनसे बात की, जिन्होंने इंटरव्यू दिया, उन्होंने इंटरव्यू के दौरान एक महिला ने बताया इस पार्क में जहाँ पे हमने इंटरव्यू किया था, उन्होंने ये बताया कि उन्होंने दो धमाके का, उनका दावा है कि दो धमाकों की आवाज उन्होंने सुना, जिसमें दोनों धमाकों के बीच में 1 से 2 सेकंड के बीच का फर्क था। ये उनका दावा है। कई लोगों ने कहा कि आवाज बहुत तेज हुई। ये पूरा मार्केट का इलाका है, भीड़ भाड़ यहाँ पे रहता है, रेसिडेंशियल इलाका है। देखिए लोग इस वक्त भी शाम के वक्त यहाँ पर मॉल में आ रहे हैं, या ये मार्केट हालांकि इस वक्त बंद कर दिया गया है। मिठाई की दुकानें, यहाँ पर कई बड़ी दुकानें जहाँ पे आमतौर पर बहुत भीड़ होती है, लेकिन ऐसे में अब जिस तरीके का ये टारगेट्स, इसके पीछे का मकसद क्या है ये अभी साफ नहीं हो पाया। लेकिन क्या इसमें टाइमर लगा हुआ था ये अभी साफ नहीं हो पाया है। लेकिन जो ब्लास्ट है वो बहुत तेज ब्लास्ट हुआ था, लेकिन सीआरपीएफ स्कूल की दीवार के पास जो ब्लास्ट हुआ था उसके कैंपस की डेंसिटी कम थी, लेकिन वहां पर भी देखिए उसके ठीक सामने मार्केट का इलाका है। और इत्तेफाक कहे या इसके पीछे का क्या साजिश है, क्योंकि ये इसी इलाके में जहां पे सड़क मौजूद है, इसी थाने इलाके का ही ये दूसरी वारदात है। पहली वारदात सीआरपीएफ स्कूल जो कि प्रशांत विहार थाने इलाका ही लगता है, और यहाँ पर जहाँ पर इस वक्त हम मौजूद हैं। और देखिए सबसे बड़ी बात ये कि मेरे पीछे ये जो आप देख रहे हैं, ये इस तरफ जहाँ पे ये क्राइम ब्रांच का ऑफिस है, यहाँ पर पीछे की तरफ यहाँ से आप देख सकते हैं जो बोर्ड आप जहाँ पे गाड़ियां खड़ी हुई हैं, ठीक उसके पीछे क्राइम ब्रांच का ऑफिस है। और क्राइम ब्रांच का ऑफिस के महज कुछ ही दूरी पर ये ब्लास्ट होना, तो अपने में ये बहुत सारी चीजें, बहुत ऐसे सवाल है कि आखिर ऐसा कौन है, क्या इसके पीछे कोई टेरर मॉड्यूल है, या फिर किसी की साजिश है, या फिर किसी का सनकपन, ये अभी साफ नहीं हो पाया है। लेकिन जो एजेंसीज है वो
जी जावेद, इस जानकारी के लिए आपका शुक्रिया। To talk more about this, joining us on the show is Major General J.K. Bansal, Foreign Affairs and Defence expert; Sanjay Sahai, former IPS, also with us on the broadcast; Joyita Basu, editor of the Sunday Guardian, joins me in the studio as well. Joyita, what do you think is going on over here? You know, taking a leaf out of what Javed said at the end of his statement, either there is a terror module at work over here, or somebody's trying to be adventurous with the law and order.
Well, unless and until we know exactly the nature of the explosive, whether it's RDX or general bomb making material, we cannot say anything, what exactly it was about. But I am certain the police and the other investigators will be probing all angles. But yes, coming I would say inside 2-3 months we are going to have the Delhi Assembly elections, and even otherwise, when you are looking at the situation, whether any attempt to basically ensure that there is a resurgence of terror, if this is an attempt to look into the resurgence of terror, the police will have to look into that angle, goes without saying. But sometimes it happens that these are local hoodlums, maybe there is some kind of a bomb making factory over there, if not a major one, these country made bombs that you find. Maybe they were trying to send it out of the city to some other part of the country, or to maybe UP and all. So many possibilities are there. So, it is very difficult to say without more information what exactly it was, and it does not seem to have been a very high intensity blast. It is a low intensity blast, because if you look at the photograph with the video, you can't even detect where that thing is happening, but obviously it is more than a pataka, Diwali pataka kind of a thing. So, yeah, right now all we can say is that the police has to be very, very vigilant.
Mrs. Sahai, what do you make of what's happening here, and how concerned should agencies be?
It is very, very concerning. There is absolutely no doubt. Given the fact that it is happening in Delhi and it has happened in quick succession, the capability of whosoever the person might be, he might be a madman or he might be a terrorist, we can't comment on that. But the point is the capability of whosoever, whichever group or whichever errant person, to plant bombs or explosives, that also very near to a crime branch or in just on the outside of a CRPF school, does not augur well for the law enforcement and intelligence agencies. The second fact is that we are already through with around a month or more after the CRPF school blast, and we have absolutely no idea as to the motive of the whole blast. So that makes it even more intriguing. See, in any blast or any crime of whatever nature, if you're not able to reach the motive and we're not able to understand the group which is behind it, so it's very difficult to comment as to where we are moving and whether we are moving in the right direction or not. So that is where we are, and things happening in Delhi, certainly it has a much wider ramifications.
Okay, much larger ramifications at work over here. And General Bansal, how do you think this is a threat if not taken care of, realistically and in real time, could spur into something bigger? You have the elections coming up in Delhi in a few months now.
Good evening, Vinay. Definitely, it has to be taken very seriously because about a month back on 20th of October, it was there, and at that time there was email from pro-Khalistan Zindabad forces who has taken the responsibility, as well as there is something is also suspected that the pro-Maoist group could be there, but definitely last time also there was a white powder, this time also there was a white powder. This time whatever is being detected, three things is there was a hydrogen peroxide, there was a potassium chlorate, and there was a detonator, and these are the three things which are required for the this improvised explosive device, what we call it. And last time the Institute of IED was also involved for the investigation. So I think that more than a month has passed, there should have been something and should have been taken seriously. One thing more I would like to say here, of course it is considered to be a low intensity bomb, but a bomb is a bomb. Now in the present scenario, there is a possibility of nuclear radiation elements falling in the hands of all these groups, those things, and that is not much radiation material is required. The cesium-137 or cobalt-60, a pencil size, can also be contaminated. You can't see radiation, you can't smell it. So therefore, it is also very, very important. Whenever I would like to convey to all the investigating agencies that they must have a radiation detector with them, because radiation detector is very important. Radiation cannot be seen, and it has got a very far adverse effect, long-term side effects, which is in the form of cataract, cancer, interstitial fibrosis of lung, infertility, etc. So that is also very important. But this is a really very, very serious matter and is to be taken very seriously, because there is something which happens after more than 13 years or so. Last bomb was in the Delhi High Court, which was in 2011, where the 66 people died. After that, there was no such kind of bomb was there. Of course, in 1997, there was the bombing. 2010 also there was a bomb, and 2005 there was a massive bomb blast in Sarojini Nagar where nearly 65 people died. So this Delhi, it was free from such events, but suddenly happening such kind of thing is to be taken seriously, and I really fail to understand that after more than a month, why the agencies which are involved, such a high national agency like National Investigating Agency is there, of course IED they have involved, and NSG, Delhi Police, so they must find out what is the cause. It should not be taken lightly. Vinay.
Joyita, what can the government of the day do to figure this out? This is in fact something that's happened successively, and this is something which is obviously on the periphery of the Delhi elections as well. This is a suspicious blast. Do you think there is a intelligence amiss angle here as well?
Well, I think more than where they are going to place the bomb, I think what is necessary to know is what kind of cells are involved, what kind of cells are operating. We were under the impression that our investigating agencies and the Delhi police have been pretty, they have been able to eliminate a lot of quote unquote terror cells that have been working in the city, some kind of an underground situation, underground cells. Because if you remember sometime back in maybe 14-15 years back, blasts etc., they had become very common in Delhi, and too many people had lost their lives. It was way too scary at that point in time. From there we have had a long reprieve, there has been some kind of a long silence. So if that is being broken, so I think the police and the agencies will have to be much more vigilant than they are. Goes without saying, no amount of laxity should have come into their system. So, that is the main worry, what kind of laxity has got into the system. But as I said, but at the same time we do not know exactly from whatever little bit of information that has come our way that what exactly happened, the intensity of the blast, whether what was available, what was found there or not. So, until and unless, I am certain the investigators are trying to find out what exactly happened, whether it was just a simple plain act of mischief, whether it was a mistake, whether it was a deliberate act of some kind of a terror. Nobody has been able to tell us anything yet. So, perhaps we can just wait and find out what these people speak, what these people tell us.
Right, and Mr. Sahai, there hasn't been, a terror attack in the capital or, the larger part of the country as well for years now. That is obviously something that can be attributed to the good intelligence work and the good policing that has happened. Do you see that there has been a problem with that, or is that intact according to you?
I think that is intact. What is disquieting is that it has happened within a span of around 30-35 days, these two blasts. And I am 100% confident that behind whatever information is available in the public domain, lots of work would be underway as far as the intelligence and the investigative agencies are concerned. And they would also be picking up details of which terror groups or connected Maoist group or whatever met with output as to what work they have done in a variety of other places. There might be lots of links which would be coming. Might be it's a strategy of the investigative agencies not to let out everything in the public, because that also does not work in the interest of the investigation. But only I hope and pray that this reprieve which we were having of last so many years or more than a decade of blasts in Delhi or in other places also, I don't think that gets broken. Because what we have seen recently in Bombay after that particular murder, so nearly for 18 years or 16 years there hardly been anything, and all of a sudden we get this chilling murder which happened in Bombay. So I just hope that the intelligence agencies and the enforcement agencies are on the right track. I presume, and I'm sure, because they have been able to control and they have been able to deal with this nature of cells. So they have the capability, they have the intelligence. It's just that in this particular case it is taking a slightly more time, or they are reaching a conclusive level, and that is not being put in the public domain for reasons which are very, very valid. So that is my point of view.
General Bansal, same question for you. The policing has obviously been stellar, and you can't be everywhere all the time, but the fact of the matter is these are sensitive times. It's a situation which needs to be nipped in the bud.
Sensitive time, whatever has been pointed out about the election, I don't think that it is something because of the election it is happening. But definitely this is a matter of concern because it happens twice and the same area. This is the soft target somebody has identified, or maybe somebody close by is got a chance to do it. So I do agree with you that it's not possible police all the time. Of course, there are the CCTV cameras and all. And in the morning, whatever has been reported is that there was one person was going with his dogs and they put a cigarette over there, and following that cigarette, whatever was in the garbage, it was blasted. So and he has been also interrogated. So everything is to be kept in mind, and I feel that once the incidents occur, it is definitely police or the investigating agency can track and can find out what is the cause, who is the person behind it, and what is the motive. So, but definitely it is no incidental, neither it is just like a accident or somebody is just doing it like this. There is definitely a motive and intention, whatever has been called, even the Lawrence Visnoy. Some things are coming in the news that there has been somebody is claiming that we are the person who are doing it. So all those angles has to be taken into account, specifically the pro-Khalistan Azad force and the Visnoy group. They have to be tracked, and all the investigating agencies of the country should participate and should put their best effort to find out what is the cause, and that is how one can think and take a preventive measures and can track and can come heavily on those agencies.
All right, on that note, we're going to dip into a short break. Appreciate everyone who joined us. and weighed in on this issue. We'll be right back.